Hey guys, it's Diana. Welcome back to my channel. Happy Tuesday. I forgot what day it was for a second. It is the 10th day of Vlogmas. And a friend of mine asked me to do a video about Christmas presents for blind people. So me, personally, I feel like that you can get a blind person anything that you would get your sighted friends or family members. You can get them clothes, blanket, jewelry, whatever, you know, that you would get your sighted friends and family, tech, things like that. But I thought that we would do a fun spin on this and see what the internet thinks we should get blind people for Christmas. So I have my phone. Let's get started. Okay, so here I have the Google results up for Christmas gifts for blind people. So the first result is an ad, which, why are we surprised? And it is for Orcam, which is an artificial vision thing that you put like on your glasses. It's like a little mount and it will tell you what you're looking at. I tried it at the ACB convention this past summer. I wasn't a huge fan of it. I mean, I feel like it was kind of helpful, but I'm not really big on artificial vision. I'd much rather like work with a person, like Be My Eyes or Ira or whatever, instead of having something that's artificially telling me what I'm looking at because, you know, it might be wrong. Also, the price of Orcam is ridiculously expensive. So there's a $1,000 bundle discount for Orcam, which is nuts. So we're not gonna do that. Gifts for the blind on Amazon. Products for the blind at the Carroll Center. These are all ads. Okay, so, here we go. Here's a listicle. 20 gifts for blind and visually impaired. A guide. Let's go here. Open a new tab. Common gift ideas. A domino set is the first one. That's actually not a bad idea. Dominoes are tactile anyway. Let me read this. If you're buying for someone who loves to play games, then why not a domino set made just for the blind? For around $13, you can find a raised dot set of dominoes made of sturdy plastic. But aren't dominoes tactile anyway? Like, I didn't know that they made specific sets for blind people. I'm a bad blind person. Each domino has a rough texture on the back to keep it from sliding, and tactile dots and line on the front for easy reading. Where can you get it? Braille bookstore. Price $13. Okay, so that's an option. Pocket money brailer. Now, I've heard of this. I don't think I've actually seen one in real life, but it looks like to be a little thing. You can put it on a keychain and it has braille cells in it for 1, 5, 10, 20, 50, and 0, and you can just like punch them into your dollar bills. Making your friend's life easier is a great way to share the love. A pocket money brailer that clips onto the keychain will do just that. Only about $7. The device is big enough to mark $100 bills, yet small enough to fit in a shirt pocket. That's a good idea for people who would like to mark their money in braille. I know that a lot of people have the iBill, which is a money reader. I have one. Do I remember where it is? No, but basically you put your bill into the reader and it tells you by voice like what it is, which is pretty neat. However, there are also apps that you can use to identify money, like TapTapSee, and I believe that the Bureau of Engraving and Printing has one too, their own app. It's like the iNote or something, which is the same thing as the money reader device itself. It's just that it's an app on your phone. I believe the app is fairly new. I could be wrong, it might have been around for a while, I don't know. Anyway, next, some audiobook titled A Portrait of My Father. One of the most talked about books of the year, A Portrait of My Father by George W. Bush, is available on audio. Hearing about this family's legacy is the... Okay, I have a gripe with the person who wrote this article. Your grammar is not good. Secondly, and that audiobook could be a gift for literally anybody, not specifically a blind person. Okay, next, soft down comforter or fleece throw. Exactly what I said. Like, hello, let's get people blankets. Everybody loves blankets. Consider that the sense of touch and wrap... What? Yeah, okay. For whoever wrote this article, no offense, you did a bad job. Consider that the sense of touch and wrap your loved one in a soft down comforter or fleece throw. The quality of such a thoughtful gift will glow right through their fingertips. Prices will vary depending on the type and size, but you'll find a blanket in every price range. Okay, That's great. Number 5, a voice command alarm clock. That's a good idea. A lot of people have talking clocks. However, I feel like technology now has advanced enough that you can just tell Siri or your computer-enabled smart home assistant, I am not going to say her name because she is probably listening to me, to set an alarm or ask what time it is. I'm not going to deny that having an actual clock is obviously a good thing. I like having my alarm clock, but there are other options too. So let's see, how much is this clock? $70! And you can buy it from Sharper Image. An alarm clock that responds to voice commands and talks back, takes your family member's desire for independence into consideration. You can find these incredible products online for around $70. Okay. 6, a talking ornament. Oh, that's neat. One regret around the holidays for the visually impaired is their inability to see the special decor and lights. At least with a talking ornament, your voice can be recorded in a special place on the tree just for them. For only $25, your loved one becomes an active participant in the decorating of your home. I have 2 problems with this. One being the price range. As you may know, things that revolve around like technology or aids or whatever for people with disabilities tend to be ridiculously overpriced. And 2, listen, I have enough vision that I can see decorations if I'm looking close and I can see lights. I know people who have light perception who can see Christmas lights, and if they can't see the ornaments on the tree, then like you can feel them. The ornaments are very tactile for the most part, unless, you know, it's like just a ball that's painted. I don't know, I have a lot of opinions. Anyway, next, number 7, a handheld braille labeler. Again, this is also a good gift. I feel like a lot of people may already have them. What is the price? Alright, a handy labeler and braille will make for easy identification of anything in your home. This great device is only around $25, but will seem like $1 million lifesaver for the visually impaired. Okay, 2 things. A, that is the same price as the ornament. And B, unfortunately, I've heard a lot recently that Braille literacy in the blind and low vision community has rapidly declined. I don't know how true that is. I was taught how to read and write Braille when I was in school. However, my skills have vastly deteriorated and I need to start picking it up again, I feel, because it's always a good tool to have. However, I feel like that only really works if you're giving it to somebody that you know is a Braille reader. But there are also other pieces of technology like barcode scanners and things like that, so you can see like, what is this can that I have that's in my pantry or whatever. But having a Braille labeler is honestly a very good tool. It's just that you would need to like figure out beforehand if the person you're getting it for reads Braille, because not all blind and visually impaired people read Braille. Alright, number 8, women's mesh band Braille watch. Okay, this is $50 and you can get it on Amazon. And then there's a men's gold Braille talking watch. Why is the women's one just a mesh band and the men's one is fancy gold? I think that's sexist. The men's one is $90. Okay, never mind. Regulation soccer ball. Oh, is this one of the ones that beeps? Okay, so first off, thought about the watches. Good idea. I know a lot of people who have Braille watches. Also, a lot of people now have Apple Watches or Fitbits or things that are also accessible and can tell you what time it is. But there's nothing like a good Braille watch. I have never had one. I do not wish to have one, but it's a good option. Soccer ball. Let's see about this soccer ball. Does it beep? It's $15. Yep, you can get it at Braille Bookstore. And it beeps. For kids on your list, listen, I'm offended. I'm not a kid. I'm in my 20s and I wouldn't mind having a beeping soccer ball. For kids on your list, you can find sporting goods that are specially designed for the blind. Toys like regulation soccer ball with bells inside let them play just like any other kid. This gift costs only $15 but is priceless for a child. Okay, so it's bells, it doesn't beep, but it's the same principle. Unique gifts. Oh god. Now we're in a different section. Number 1, a beeper sound tracker. What? A beeper sound tracker can be set by or attached to anything letting off intermittent noise to help the blind keep track of an object's position. Cost is just $36 and can be a huge lifesaver. You can get it at Braille Gifts. I have never heard of this in my life and it sounds confusing. Number 2, a VIP talking thermostat. That's nice. Why not set up your home to be more user-friendly for the blind? With the VIP talking thermostat, they have control over the inside temperature. This gift is $169 and is easy to install right into the home's existing system. And you can get it at Enable Mart. I am going to link this listicle down below in the description because this is nuts. So one thing about the talking thermostat, I don't know anybody who like has one. I've never heard stories about them. I know that they exist, obviously. However, I feel like people now would maybe be going more towards like a Nest thermostat or something that they can just control with the Echo or whatever. But I mean, I don't know. The price isn't as bad as I thought it would be, honestly. Okay, next. Captain Mobility GPS. Alright, before I read this, I just want to say there are literally so many GPS apps for your phone. Like, it's not even funny. And you can even use the free Maps app that's built in, or Google Maps, and it probably provides just the same amount of guidance as this thing. So, let's read this. GPS technology has been around for a while, but when compacted into a voice-activated handheld device, the visually impaired can feel comfortable leaving home without getting lost. For around $750, the Captain Mobility GPS can give complete security when stepping out. You can get it at Enable Mart. Alright, first off, I have a problem with this, and that is, who gets lost walking out of your own home? Like, if you live in an area, you know, where you go out and walk in the community, you will have had orientation and mobility instruction to learn where things are in your community. So, like, you won't be getting lost leaving the house. That's the whole point of having O&M. Also, like I said, you can get an app for that. Okay, next, MaxiAid's talking microwave. This is $379 and you can get it from MaxiAids. I do know somebody who has a talking microwave and she said that it's very helpful. If you are buying for a blind friend who lives on their own, consider the MaxiAids talking microwave. With a pleasant male voice, the user is guided through the setting panel from the start to finish. Alright, so I also know this couple who just put like a braille overlay on their microwave. Like, they just like stuck it on there with like double-sided tape or whatever, like a braille sheet that like is overlaying all their buttons because it's a flat top microwave. So that's another low-cost option if you would like to not spend almost $400 on a microwave. Next is the tactile toaster oven broiler, which is also from MaxiAids and costs $60. Also consider Black & Decker's tactile toaster oven. This kitchen must-have is less than $60 and will ship out to you in only 2 business days. Alright, the next one I feel like is actually a gift that blind people will like. Number 6, the Victor Reader Stratus 12M Daisy MP3 player. So a Victor Reader, I used to have like a first generation Victor Reader Stream, however somebody bought it off of me. It is an audiobook player and you can also record things on it, like, you know, lectures or whatever, and you can put music on it. I think that the newer ones you can go on the internet with them. I don't know. This is a thing that blind people like, and it's a thing that blind people actually want. So the article got this right. How much is it? $455, and you can get it from Enable Mart. The Victor Reader Stratus 12M Daisy MP3 player is voice activated and comes with tactile keys for easy maneuvering, priced at $455. The beneficiary of this gift can hear music and books clearly. Alright, no offense, but whoever wrote this article, I think you need an English lesson. Okay, number 7, a note teller 2. So this is similar to the iBill and the iNote that I was talking about. So a compact device that reads currency for the blind can enable them to shop without fear of being cheated. The note teller 2 is $339, but could save your blind friend every time they are given change, and you can get it from Enable Mart. So something that doesn't cost any money is folding your bills a certain way, but I don't know, I personally wouldn't get one. That's just me. Alright, number 8, Ray smartphone for the visually impaired. Oh god, I have seen so many smartphones that are specifically designed for blind people, and you know what? My iPhone is just as well designed for blind people. So is like any Android phone that's out on the market now. Any smartphone is designed for a blind person. Mainly Apple and Android because they have the functionality to have built-in screen readers in them. Watch, I'm gonna turn on voiceover right now. Accessibility, voiceover, hello? Oh, that's fast.
Speaking rate, 75%. Adjustable. Swipe up or down with one finger to adjust the value, 65%.
There we go. Okay, so I have voiceover on. Let's read this thing.
Owning a smartphone is all the rage. And now thanks to Ray's innovation, your loved one can enjoy one too. Using voice and sound activated technology via its intuitive free user interface, the accessibility to all the features is endless. Priced in the range of $499 to $645 for 2 different models, N5 and G1. This is a gift to blind that will keep on giving them tenfold. Hurry and order yours now to make sure you have it wrapped and ready under the tree.
Okay, now that we got that out of the way. So I mean, okay, this is definitely a lower cost smartphone than getting like an iPhone or an Android. And it does look like it has a good interface. You don't have to look at it. There are big buttons, whatever. I personally would still rather have like a known brand smartphone, because also what if you need to have some sort of tech support or something goes wrong with it? Like you have to contact the company, which is either Project Ray or Amazon. So this phone, I think, actually came from this website that I'm reading this article on. And it's priced between $499 and $645. Alright, next we have number 9, JAWS Home Edition computer software, which is upwards of $1,000. You can get it from Freedom Scientific, who makes the software. Basically, JAWS is a screen reading software for PCs. It tells you what you are reading on the screen and it tells you what you are typing. It cannot read images, much to popular like misconception by sighted people. So JAWS is definitely a good gift if you would like to get that for somebody who has a PC. Or they could use Narrator, which is also a built-in option for PC users. Or if they have a Mac, they will not need to be using JAWS, because A, I don't think JAWS is accessible with Mac. Like, I don't think it works. I think it's just for Windows. And B, Apple has their own screen reading software that works with like a billion different things called VoiceOver, which I just demonstrated for you on my phone. So JAWS, I would definitely see the needs of the gift recipient before spending $1,000 on a JAWS license. Again, this goes back to what I said earlier about how technology for people with disabilities is ridiculously overpriced. Next, oh, we're going here now. Number 10, surgery to restore their vision. And this is the last thing on that article. Okay, we have a problem here. First off, that's very controversial. I don't know anybody who would willingly want to undergo restorative surgery for their vision. Me personally, I don't know anybody. I'm sure there are people out there who would like that, but also that doesn't work on everybody. Like me with like my eye condition, I can't have restorative like surgery for them to restore my sight. And even if I could, I personally wouldn't want to, because like this is all I know. But for somebody to write that in a gift giving article, especially because you know that the person who wrote that article is a sighted person who probably doesn't really know that much about blind people, at least that's what I was seeing from reading through it. But like to just assume that somebody would want to go through surgery to have their vision restored. Come on, dude. Read the room here. You need to know your audience. Like, that bothers me. I'm gonna go before I go on a rant. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Basically, your takeaway should be, get a blind person anything for Christmas, they'll be happy. Heck, even an Amazon gift card is fine. Like, just don't take their blindness into consideration as much. Know who you're giving to as a person. Don't be like, oh, I'm getting them this because they're blind. Be like, oh, I'm getting this for somebody who just so happens to be blind. Like, we like the same things that everybody else likes. And instead of getting them like an actual print book, maybe get them some credits for Audible or something. Everybody likes audiobooks, and you can listen to them anywhere. Before I forget, today's tea in the advent calendar is Candy Cane Crush. Fawn really wants to be in this video. Come here. Come here. Sit. Sit with me. Good girl. Today's tea in the advent calendar is Candy Cane Crush, which I really like. It's a black tea, and what I usually do after steeping it is add a little milk to my cup and make it sort of like a latte. But it's really good. It's a black tea with candy cane pieces and white chocolate, and it has a really nice pepperminty flavor. And also there was a coupon in there for a free tea of the day at David's Tea, which is apparently valid until the end of January, so I'm definitely going to be stopping by to get a free cup of whatever they have sampling that day, so that'll be fun. With that being said, I'm gonna go, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for another Vlogmas video. Bye.